What if Triceratops still alive today? The world today is dominated by humans, technology, and modern wildlife. But imagine for a moment that somewhere out there, colossal Triceratops still roams the earth. Its three massive horns pierce through the morning mist as it moves across open plains, just like it did 68 million years ago. Triceratops was one of the last great dinosaurs before extinction struck. Known for its armored frill and deadly horns, it was a symbol of power and defense. But what would happen if this prehistoric giant suddenly walked among us again? Before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. Because today, we're going to explore one of the most mind-bending what-if scenarios in prehistory. Let's find out what a living Triceratops would mean for humanity and the planet itself. To begin, let's remember what made Triceratops so special. It wasn't a predator, but a herbivorous tank, capable of fending off even a T-Rex. Weighing up to 12 tons, it could crush cars under its feet without even noticing. If it still lived today, the first challenge would be habitat. Triceratops needed massive amounts of vegetation, around a ton of plants per day. That means it would require vast open grasslands, much larger than any national park we have now. Modern ecosystems would struggle to support such a giant, would compete with elephants, rhinos, and other large herbivores for food and space. The balance of nature could shift drastically in areas where it roamed. Imagine the African savanna, but instead of herds of elephants, you see dozens of Triceratops grazing beneath the sun. Their movements would shake the ground. Every other animal would need to adapt to this new prehistoric rival. Farmers would face an unexpected nightmare. Single Triceratops could destroy acres of crops in hours. Fences, tractors, even buildings would mean nothing against its raw strength. Governments might classify Triceratops as a protected megafauna species. Sanctuaries would be built to contain them, like Jurassic-scale reserves. But managing such a creature would be incredibly difficult. Tourism would explode overnight. Millions would travel across the world to witness the living dinosaur. Triceratops safaris would replace traditional wildlife tours as the ultimate adventure, but not everyone would celebrate. Conservationists would debate whether humans should even interact with such ancient animals. Others would warn that introducing a prehistoric giant could destabilize ecosystems beyond recovery. The question of coexistence would dominate global discussion. Could humanity adapt fast enough to share space with a creature that once ruled the Cretaceous? Or would we once again drive it to extinction? In dense forests, Triceratops would reshape the landscape. It would topple trees, open new grazing zones, and alter carbon cycles. Its feeding behavior would change forest composition over decades. Predators would need to evolve or adapt. No lion, tiger, or bear could threaten such a beast. Only humans with technology would remain its true competitor. But there's a twist. Triceratops might actually help restore ecosystems. By spreading seeds through its dung, it could promote plant diversity. In a way, it would act like nature's gardener on a prehistoric scale. In North America, where fossils were first found, scientists would race to study the living specimens. Genetic research would reveal evolutionary secrets locked away for millions of years. And bioengineers might use Triceratops DNA to develop new biological technologies. However, the presence of such a creature would change urban planning forever. Cities near its habitat would need reinforced walls and barriers. Transportation routes might even shift to avoid Triceratops zones. Accidents would be inevitable. Cars would collide with wandering individuals. Power lines might fall under their weight. Insurance companies would create new dinosaur damage policies. In some regions, Triceratops could even become sacred. Cultures might view it as a living god, a symbol of Earth's ancient resilience. Rituals, myths, and festivals would rise around its presence. Children would grow up seeing them in documentaries, parks, or even zoos. The idea of dinosaurs wouldn't just belong to fossils, it would be part of our daily lives. Humanity's connection to Earth's history would deepen profoundly. Yet danger would always lurk beneath the wonder. A startled Triceratops could charge at speeds over 30 kilometers per hour, enough to demolish a bus. And no tranquilizer dart could stop it quickly. Environmentalists would warn of overpopulation. Without natural predators, Triceratops herds could multiply rapidly. It could lead to overgrazing and the destruction of entire ecosystems. Meanwhile, scientists would debate how they survived in the first place. Were they hiding deep in uncharted jungles, or resurrected through genetic engineering? Whatever the cause, their reappearance would redefine biology itself. We'd have to rewrite textbooks, re-examine evolution, and question humanity's role in nature. The age of humans would suddenly share the stage with the age of dinosaurs. Triceratops might even help us understand climate adaptation. If it could survive modern Earth, it would offer clues about resilience and biodiversity. It could become a key species in climate research. But human greed would always cast a shadow. Illegal hunting, black markets, and exploitation for entertainment would threaten their survival once again. History could repeat itself extinction, this time by human hands. On the other hand, if protected wisely, they could bring hope. The revival of Triceratops could unite global conservation efforts. It could remind humanity that life, no matter how ancient, deserves a place in the world. Imagine the roar of a modern city interrupted by the low, thunderous calls of a Triceratops herd. A blend of past and future echoing together. A living link between what was and what could be. Would humans learn to coexist with this ancient giant? Or would fear and exploitation destroy the miracle of its return? That answer would depend entirely on us. So what do you think? Could our world handle a living Triceratops? Or would it become another victim of human arrogance and ecological imbalance? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through imagination and science, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more what-if explorations that bring the ancient world back to life.